Hey guys, today I'm going to talk really quick about how to hollow out your Reynolds cap for the method to MP waterfall. Where you need to start is you have your Reynolds cap and you need to poke out a hole kind of like, whoops, kind of like an RSVP back plug. So you're just going to carve out a hole. Once you get like a pretty good size hole, this one's kind of small, but like once your hole is about the size of this inside part of the Reynolds cap, this is where like the tricky part is, because like if you have a drill, this parts should be pretty simple, or like a drill bit. But like for people like me, or like I guess most of you out there, that you might not have a drill at home or not want to use it because using drills are pretty dangerous. Basically what you want to kind of wedge your X-Acto knife in between the little plastic thing that you're trying to remove and the side of the cap. So make sure that the blade is facing inwards, and then you kind of want to press down, and you want to cut it into four pieces. So let me show you with this. So basically pretend that this piece of plastic right here is this like thing in the inside. So what you want to do is you basically want to press up against the cap and kind of cut on the side here. I'm going to show you with the Sharpie. You want to cut it so that it cuts pretty far down, but not all the way. Of course, if you can get all the way down, that's great, but like it's pretty hard to get all the way, so it will look something like this. And then you're going to cut on the other side with your X-Acto and go like pretty far. And you basically want to do that on all four sides. And then what you're going to do, I'm trying not to get the ink on my fingers here, but you want to take your pliers and try to pull out that piece you're trying to cut out. So like you're going to twist with your pliers and then yank it out. You want to make sure it comes out in one piece, cuz like I don't know if you can see in this cap, but this cap didn't hollow out so well. There's like a couple pieces that I didn't pull out so well. Which I'll get to how to clean that up in a little bit. But you basically want to pull out as big of a piece as possible and do that on all four pieces. So this is what you do when you don't have a drill, if you only have like an X-Acto knife or scissors. So you this is like pretty much your only option if you don't have an X-Acto knife. I mean, if you don't have a drill. So if some of your pieces get mangled, or like they kind of bend over that hole that you're trying to make, you want to take your scissors and try to clean it up and try to bend, like you want to swirl it around in a circle by like going like this. And you want to keep pretty much doing that until you get a really nice hole. Of course, there will still be some pieces here. Like you can see that one right there. So you can try to remove it with an X-Acto knife. Of course, my X-Acto knife is pretty large, so I can't remove that piece. But you basically want to keep on. You want to get from this stage to this stage, and remove as much of the plastic as possible. Because you want your Signo tip to be able to go in a little bit and then pop back out, and then go in and pop back out. It's definitely going to stick out a tiny bit because Reynolds caps are pretty tight. Like as you can see, I am having a hard time pushing it out because it's all the way in. So it's going to stick out a little bit. So it's going to look like that when you retract. But you want to definitely hollow it out so that your ink tube can go freely up and down like that without too much trouble. Like if you don't, you can try to hollow out a hole as well as possible, but like if you don't remove as much plastic as possible, it's gonna have quite a bit of friction, or like it's gonna get caught a little bit on the pieces of plastic on the inside. So in sum, you basically want to cut a hole with your X-Acto knife. And now you want to take your X-Acto knife and cut it into 4 pieces. So you're gonna try to cut it as far as you can with this like little sample super tip barrel I have here. And once you cut it into four pieces or more, if you want to, take your pliers and try to twist the pieces back and forth, and then try to pull them out when they can break. And then in the end, you want to clean it up you want to open up your scissors and try to clean it up. So I know this is pretty annoying. Like this is kind of It's not as good as using a drill, but if you definitely don't have a drill, I recommend just breaking up the little pieces of plastic and trying to pull them out. That's the only real option I've seen. Like, I haven't seen anyone else show me how to hollow out a Reynolds cap or like come up with any other methods, but I think this one works pretty well. I've heard some Dr. Grippable says he used scissors the entire way, so you can try that also. But I definitely think if you need to hollow out your Reynolds cap, especially for making an MP waterfall method too, you definitely want to do it this way if you don't have a drill. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. You can always PM me here. You can always comment below, or you can just send me like a message on UPSB if you're ever slightly confused on what to do. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.